and gentlemen, boys and girls in that technicolor rainbow between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
Boy, Big Herbert.
And I get to be third today. Yay, look at me.
And I am Mr. 3850, aka the Renaissance Jock. All of you know me and love me, and most of you hate me as Rick Stroh.
All right. We actually had a good intro this week. Thank you guys for joining us here again on Blerds and Whiskey Live. We've got a great show lined up as always. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to us. We appreciate you guys coming through and listen to us talk about things as we do every week. Let's go around the table to see what everybody's drinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple this week. I went with a good old Heineken.
Okay. Yeah, you was a little saucy last week. Yeah. What you got, Ms. Rita?
I'm drinking a mimosa. More Osa than Mo, if that makes sense. So there's a splash of orange juice, basically, is what's in there.
Yo, chill out. You got to sit down.
Okay. All right. My Rick Stroh.
Wait, I am sitting down.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't talking to you. I got you.
No.
I was messing with you. I know you weren't talking to me. But go ahead.
I'm drinking some pink shit.
Okay. I decided to break out a little specialty for myself. I got some leftover Hennessy White from somebody's trip outside of the country because I don't get to go nowhere. But I took that, and that was my shot. And I'm also mixing some Bacardi Gold and some Red Bull Peach Nectarine.
You love that peach nectarine from Red Bull.
Man, it's freaking amazing.
It really is good.
I
love it.
The watermelon one is better.
I mean, it's an opinion. Yeah.
I put y'all on all of those, so you're welcome to everyone.
You didn't put me onto the watermelon one.
I did.
Just let him have
No, it was the blueberry one.
All right. So what we got on these church announcements?
Yeah, so, man, let's start this thing off right. WandaVision. It's been a whole, year and a half since we had something from the MCU this year. So, yeah.
Stop. Say what you're going to say, Trey. Say what you're going to say, Trey, so I can slap that stupid-ass argument right down.
It's not even an argument. It's an opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion.
No, you're not. But go ahead.
Yes, I am. I'm definitely. So anyway, I almost didn't finish it. I know I have to be patient with Marvel properties because it's a developing story. I see how they're laying everything inside, and it's basically she's altering reality. They're emphasizing on her powers and what she really can do because she's not just a telekinetic. So I get it. She's altering reality to basically bring back Vision and create. I'm not going to spoil it for people, but I'm just I guess I've been spoiled with everything we've had from the MCU for the last 10 years because I'm used to.
So please go.
Yeah, off camera guy wants to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I watched the first all two episodes. Yeah, it's she's saving his ass on a regular basis, and that's it.
Okay.
Trey, you got more words to slap out of that thing?
You know what? Go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So there's this. I've seen a lot of people with that type of opinion, and basically y'all are like people. I mean, quite frankly, y'all sound like mouth breathers. Basically, you're just like, when some stuff gonna blow up? When somebody gonna get punched? That's what I want to see. And different characters need to be developed in different ways. She's in the middle of a mental breakdown, right? Mm-hmm. And again, you know this already because you're a very well-read comic book person. She's already doesn't have the strongest mental state. So she lost her brother, she lost the love of her life, and she's lost her two father figures, right? Because now they're both gone. So she's basically on top of her parents already being dead. So she's having a mental breakdown, and this is what happened when someone with world-altering powers has a mental breakdown. You know what I mean? So it's going to be different. It's going to be very, very slow. Like I know some people were turned off by the what's this 50, 60 sitcom thing? Well, it's character development. It's like Chuck just said, it's a growing show. They're growing something. And honestly, if you actually look beneath that exterior of the comedy show, there is some horrific things happening here. Like this is almost like a horror movie if you actually look at the details. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's true. If you pay attention to the details and you pay attention to her realizing in her, I guess, trance like mental breakdown, she's realizing that things aren't connecting the dots. Like she's realizing that she doesn't have backstory to certain things that she should have. The fact that the lady was laughing about the husband choking to death. You know, there are just so many different Easter eggs like in it that if you watch it, you realize that shit is about to hit the fan like really fast. Like how she just magically became pregnant out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? There was just so many different things that transpired. It did have a slow start. I will say that the start was slow. But I had to remind myself, like you said, the character development. So I needed to allow the story to build up. But I will say the start was sort of slow. And I think what Trey is trying to say, that it's a little anticlimactic, and I see you, Herb, and I'm gonna let you get your point in one moment. But the start was a little anticlimactic, and I think what Trey is trying to allude to is we've been waiting for the show for like months on end. And then when he gets it, he was expecting more. But I also get your point, Rick, where you are just like, it has to build up. You know, I get the whole mouth breather aspect of it as well. But I'm just saying there is two sides to this coin. I think I'm kind of in the middle where I'm like, okay, well, let's keep watching and see what happens.
So can I say something real quick?
Just before you go ahead and say that, Cam, big homie, wasn't able to be on the show today. So shout out to him. He said it's called a story arc. Look it up. So I feel like it is going to get to that point, and not spoiling anything because we really don't know anything after the second episode. They did say the first 3 episodes is really you just get to know everybody, who they are. They're trying to develop the story. Shit apparently hits the fan like around 7, 8, and 9. So I'm looking at the build-up. I actually like the fact that they bringing in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, and all that other stuff, because you look at like the old Dick Van Dyke shows. This one was pretty much Dick Van. The first one was Dick Van Dyke. The second one was supposed to be Bewitched. I actually like it. I mean, you're bringing back the old school feel of it, and then you're giving it like that. You're letting everybody's character develop. Like Rick said, this is a horror show, in my opinion, as well. Shit's about to hit the fan. It is gonna get epic. I hope they don't disappoint me with this. I know Marvel has always put on a show and everything, so I love it. But go ahead, Trey.
Okay, so for everybody who didn't listen to my first 5 minutes of talking, I never said I didn't like it. I said my expectations, my opinion. I do want something to happen, but I also understand story arcs, world building, developing characters. I, of all people, understand that. And so no, I'm not complaining about it. I was just voicing my opinion as far as I expected a little bit more. I didn't say, oh, I'm done with this. I'm not watching it. I'm nerd raging. I didn't say anything like that. All I'm saying.
Chuck said, Trey, you complaining about a show that starts, but you watch One Piece.
Yeah.
Pam has also stated that you're complaining about a show that only has 2 episodes.
I'm not complaining.
Shout out to Pam. Shout out to Cam.
So you know what? I'm not complaining. I'm very patient, and I know how to enjoy my fandom. Like I'm a fan. I want to see more things, yes, but I can be patient and wait for the story to develop. I read comic books, for God's sakes. You have to be patient to sit there and watch a story go from the beginning to the end. So no, I'm not
you have to be patient to dog sit for a dog that acts like a toddler. And I'm gonna get out of here, man.
Can't assault animals on this channel. I'm
not gonna assault him. He keeps biting my hand.
So those of you in the comments, yeah, kick rocks.
Anywho, Be sure to check out my review on it in the first 2 episodes. I'm gonna be doing one every week on YouTube. Moving on.
So I did have one, and I've made this argument before. I had one gripe about WandaVision, and it's the fact that they were playing to her European ancestry in the show, yet that Russian accent or whatever accent, whatever she had, is gone. Like it's been gone. So can we bring back the accent? That's all I'm saying, because she should have never lost it. Like, how did y'all allow somebody who whole life in that country just lose it in like a year or two? So I have issues with that. That's my issue with WandaVision and the Avengers movies.
My retort. Halle Berry, Alexandra Shipp, Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Doesn't matter.
Mortal Kombat, the movie. This one is a reboot of the original one that was believe it took place in '96. And it's a rated R reboot with real fatalities. And actually, it's supposed to be focused around Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Supposed to be coming out as well on April on HBO Max. What are you guys expecting out of this movie?
Mekhi Brooks looks like Swole Steve Harvey. Let's move on.
I was expecting not to watch it next. That's my thoughts.
Plan on watching it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm probably not gonna enjoy it, but the background, the storyline of Mortal Kombat has become so convoluted these days. If you've played the recent games, it's so much going on. And I know I'm talking as a comic fan, but it's a lot going on there. It's so many daggone branches to that tree. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna be like, unless it blows me away, I'm really not gonna be raving about it. So we just gotta wait to see what happens.
Look, I paid my $5. I'm expecting to go ahead and watch it and be somewhat entertained.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, Rick. Tobey Maguire has officially signed his deal with the MCU, reportedly worth around $15 million. I don't know why the hell it took so long, because they're going to make $1 billion off the Spider-Man movie. So what you guys think?
I said, give me back my Spider-Man, and they're giving me 3.
Also, Charlie Cox signed on and finished filming in the same week. So expect Matt Murdock. Don't expect Daredevil. Expect Matt Murdock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not expecting Daredevil.
Can you not talk to everybody like they're idiots? Just be a little bit nicer. A little bit nicer.
This is why we love Rick. Just be Rick.
I gotta ask.
That is nice.
All right, so moving on. Chris Evans is making his return as Captain America. Where do y'all think he's gonna go? What do you think we're gonna do with this?
It don't fucking matter. We already knew he was coming back.
Is he coming back as old Cap? Is he coming back as new Cap? I mean,
none of it matters.
All of the above.
Obviously coming back as new Cap, younger Cap, we should say, not old Cap.
So he's coming back in a multitude of different properties. He's coming back he'll probably be old Cap in Falcon and Winter Soldier. He's going to do some voiceover work in the Multiverse of Madness, and eventually he's going to get his powers back. So you're going to get all of them.
When Secret Invasion kicks off, they're gonna need a leader, and that's when he's coming back. He's gonna drop into a bunch of different things, but when Secret Invasion comes out, they're gonna need that Avengers Assemble moment again, so that grown men can be in theaters crying like little ass children. Yes, I cried. I don't give a shit if you judge me or not.
And women.
Yes.
Grown men and women, because I absolutely love Secret Wars. That was one of my favorite comic book journeys. And I'm super excited for it. That's when I fell in love with Captain America, to be 100% honest.
So we bringing up old rage moments?
Uh-oh.
It's got nothing to do with you. Let me have my moment.
You gotta go ahead, have your moment. You know, come here, Maverick.
All right, so we got 2
Anyway.
This weekend. We got 2 birthday shout outs this weekend to the late, great Martin Luther King Jr. Let's raise a glass to the great Dr. King. And a 99th birthday to Miss Betty White. She is a national treasure.
Jeez.
Also, be sure to check us out on Overtime TV. The homeboy Overtime Sims. He's on the Roku network. Want to check that out. Also, last but not least.
Go Pack, go.
Yeah. Moving on. I'm hating. I'm sorry.
Don't be a hater, because you.
I'm hating because I tell you finally got in and they out. So I'm hating. But
Cam said you're a secret nerd is more like it.
James Harden
Who, me?
is officially out of Houston, and he's broken now. This is something that we would like eventually to dig deep on in Sports and Whiskey one day, maybe. Wink, wink. But yeah, y'all see how fat James Harden is, and then how he just like it looks like a clusterfuck getting ready to go on in Brooklyn. How you got KD, who's actually doing the good thing. You got James Harden, who's out of shape, and then you got Kyrie Irving, who never shows up.
So
moving on.
Am I supposed to?
I'm really trying to toss this over to Rick because he really is the person.
Say his name, because I don't watch basketball.
You didn't stress any of that. You just started talking to the room.
Basically, you're Rick and Rick only, because the other two of us, the bottom half of the screen does not care.
There was no
I was down here like this. He ain't talking to me. We talk about some nerd stuff, then I'll jump back in.
So anyway, what Herb was trying to do was say, if you want to go from how James Harden went from fat in Houston on Monday to skinny in Brooklyn on Friday, then you should go ahead and go on blerdsandwhiskey.com and click on our partners link and go to FNXFit.com. FNXFit.com has all of your weight gain and weight loss necessities. They have your whey proteins, your pre-workouts. They have your They have your multivitamins.
Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. You said the nigga went from fat to skinny in 3 days?
Yeah, so in order to...
That nigga's on cocaine. Keep going. That's not Phoenix. That's cocaine. Go ahead.
Use our promo code.
That's the only explanation.
Use our promo code FNX Blerds13 to get 15% off your purchases from PhoenixFit.com. Please don't do cocaine, everybody. It's not good for you.
That's what it is.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
And so this will probably be the last time you can use the promo code FNX Blerds13. Pretty sure we're going to get an email after this episode. Back to you guys.
Oh, man. Jeez. I just, you know, who probably is on their FNX Fit journey is Betty White. Because she old as I don't know what. And she's still kicking. Her and the Queen of England, because they ain't going nowhere, Joe.
Betty White is on stem cells.
No. All right.
So,
ooh. Yeah, Christopher Reeve.
No, don't say it.
Nope. Never mind.
Let's get into these topics.
Get out of my ear.
Let's get into these topics.
Oh, man.
We also wanted to take time out to celebrate some Black moments of excellence.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, we've had a very trying couple of weeks. Well, the country has in general. There's been a lot going on, and but we wanted to celebrate some of the people that were involved on the good side of things, in our opinion. Cori Bush, Congresswoman. Yes, House Representative Cori Bush. She had a very, very poignant speech to say on the floor of the Capitol in the wake of all the riots and the terrorists that attacked the Capitol on January 6th. She basically stated that, we got to get this white supremacist impeached. And thankfully we did. There was also...
Well, we impeached him, but, we still got more work to do. But we did what we could in the House.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Come on, senators. We need y'all.
And it's kind of funny because another representative, because when she's made her speech, what I find funny is that there are 535 House of Representative members. Only 10 Republican members voted to impeach Trump, And when she made her speech, they booed her. But there was another representative. I wrote it down. Hold on, I got a little bit of
Catherine Clark.
Yeah, she said basically the same thing.
Same thing.
And they didn't say anything back. So, you know, we could tell what side of the palm they were.
Hold on a second. Catherine Clark actually said that. She said the only difference was skin color. So I mean, if she could point that shit out, I mean, come on. At this point, we already knew it. At this, I mean, and even the fact that Costo called out Republicans that don't want to go through the metal detectors right after we just had this whole entire clusterfuck just happen. I mean, as some
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
It's going to take, like
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
I really don't know.
Blerds and Whiskey presents
how things could change.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
Black Moments of Excellence.
Blerds and Whiskey presents Black Moments of Excellence.
That are being the sounding boards for several people, and not only in their districts for Congress people, but also in the state for senators and for governors. There's so many people who are complicit to what has been happening, not just over what has happened over the last week, but years, to, you know, the last decade, the last century. So, you know, there's just so much that has taken place. And I apologize for interrupting you, but I just wanted to make that clear. When people say this is not the America that I know, it's the America I know. It's the only America I've ever witnessed. The only America I, as a person of color, has ever had true access to. So welcome to the party.
Agree.
Agree. Or sorry for the interruption. Apparently it's looping, the audio's looping, but yeah, we're gonna get that fixed. But yeah, it's the constant BS that we've been dealing with for years. And I mean, it's at this point, just like our audio is looping around again and again and again, that we've been saying this for the longest time. Like, dude, help us out. We're telling you that this mess is going on, and yet you still like, oh no, it's not. It's not. Yes, it is. We're getting our asses whipped. We're getting killed out here. But apparently, if you do this because the color of your skin, if it's this color, then you get to go and ransack the whole entire Capitol with no repercussions. Yes, there was a few people brought up this week, and we're going to move on to the next one about that. But it still needs to be pointed out. We need help. Black people have been saying this shit for years. White people, get up off your ass, not the allies. The ones who ain't paying attention, get up off your ass. We've been only saying this for the last, some odd years? This ain't new. This has been going on for years. Come on, what the fuck? Centuries. Yeah. But yeah, moving on. So, about that whole entire clusterfuck that happened on the 6th, justice is somewhat being served. Really, you want to talk about it?
Sure. So Donald Trump is definitely taking the biggest L's, and I'm here for all of it. He has had and you're absolutely right. I definitely feel that wording. He's had a minimum of 14 cabinet members resign in the past 7 days. They are literally putting out banners in front of the West Wing that say Biden-Harris inauguration, and I'm here for all of it. We are told from different sources on CNN and MSNBC that he has ordered staff not to open windows because he doesn't want to be privy to it. There's just so much stuff that I'm just happy that the white supremacist in chief is not happy about. Like, your unhappiness is making me happy. And the one thing that I've heard in news sources that I'm hoping sticks, because I don't believe he can pardon himself. I think it's illegal for him to pardon himself. I think he can attempt to pardon himself, but he can't. But the DC Attorney General is thinking about bringing Donald Trump up on charges for his attempted coup and the incitement of the riots. So not only are you going to be facing multiple charges in Congress for your criminal activity, you could also be facing charges in Washington, D.C. And then your pardons that you may issue may save you from federal charges, but there are so many charges that can be brought against Donald Trump and all of his other allies, including Rudy Giuliani, on a state level that you can't get out of with a presidential pardon. And the fact that they're thinking about not only disbarring Rudy Giuliani, but they're also thinking about disbarring the other idiot who has been one of the main sounding boards for this whole Stop the Steal bullshit, and that's Ted Cruz. Ooh, are we beyond 15 minutes? Yes, we are, so I can curse now. So Ted Cruz is also going to be considered for losing his license to practice law as well. I could go on about this subject for days, but I want to give other people a chance to talk or a chance to respond to information that I have brought forward. But yeah, there are 14 members of his cabinet that resigned at minimum, and there are 17 police officers under investigation, and there are several House members or Congress men or women who are also under investigation for their illegal tours that they were giving to MAGA supporters ahead of the riots.
That shit right there. That shit right there. Like, how you
come out and play?
You're right. Jamaica. The IRS is coming for that ass too, because he don't have no money. And I know Rudy Giuliani about to snitch on him because he has told people to stop paying him. So I know Rudy about to tell all that shit, especially if you get disbarred because that client attorney privilege is no longer in place.
Facts.
So just since we're on the subject of snitching, FBI is coming out of woodwork saying, hey, we need all of you guys' help. If you can track down some of these people who were raiding the Capitol. Yeah, we had people who were turning in family members. Ex-wives coming out there, bringing out the talking about the ex-husbands who came out there. I'm gonna tell you like this right here on Blerds and Whiskey. If I find out that I know you and you were at the Capitol, I'm snitching. You better. If I know your ass and you was up there, I don't care if you white, black, Puerto Rican. I'm snitching on your ass. I don't give a damn. I'm snitching all day.
So I feel like I think
cousin Alexandra Sweeney, because she definitely snitched on one of the bitch that got maced and was like, I got maced. She snitched on her ass because she went to school with her talking about some she from Knoxville, Tennessee. No, ma'am.
So I have to preface this the proper way. I feel we do have a responsibility to say this. It wasn't I can't say that we have to put the blame solely on every single Republican or every single white person. There are some allies on that side. We do have the responsibility to say that. What the main people that were involved at the Capitol were neo-Nazis, patriots, and Confederates. You know, those are the people that were down there. Proud Boys, basically. And what also is included in that, what a lot of people don't point out, the fact is it wasn't the lower class. It was a lot of middle class and upper class people that were there covering their faces and protecting themselves. I mean, they're being exposed in droves. And that is a beautiful thing. But I need everybody within the sound of my voice to, if you see something, say something. Take it back to New York days and point them bombers out. If you see somebody you recognize, point them out, because it's just egregious. It's horrible that you would do this. Like, and then to rebut everybody, you try to say, well, Black Lives Matter did this, Black Lives Matter did that. We didn't go into a federal building and smear shit on a wall. Right. Like, no, we didn't. Exactly. We had reason to go out and protest. This shit was
not to mention we didn't even do anything. We just sat in the streets. We sat in the streets.
Not to mention that Black people ain't smearing shit on shit, just so you know. We're not doing that.
We're not about that life.
That's nasty. Who is
what was that for the boys?
Shit?
That's a white man's game.
That's a white man's privilege.
That's a white man's privilege. We don't have that type of privilege.
Yeah. So, also, just to point this out, Penn said, if you guys got the chance, first of all, I want to shout out Cam for saying this early in the week. The difference between people back then and people now, those white people who were raiding shit, they had their mask on, the whole entire thing on. So, but just moving on, Pence came out there and says, like, this violence isn't a way. I'm about 50-50 on that shit. Because, I mean, if people in the Capitol has not been raided or anything has been coming out, nobody's tried to force it since 18.
I'm going to get to it. I see it.
Yeah. The Capitol has not been raided since 1814. That's over 207 years. Black Lives Matter was.
I thought it was 1778.
No, it was 1814 was the last time it was raided.
Last time it was raided was on the wall of 1812.
Yeah. So,
okay.
But yeah, Black Lives Matters was just sitting in the streets. We wasn't even bothering nobody. We just basically was like, yo, hey, we this shit is wrong. We want something done about it. They came out there and started whooping our ass. But these motherfuckers just raided the whole entire Capitol. And what do we see? Like maybe 5 people shot, 4. I mean, what the hell?
So even almost a week and a half later, almost 2 weeks later, and during the Black Lives Matter protests, during the first couple of days, the Black Lives Matter protests here, it was over 400 plus arrests. Even a week and a half, and these were peaceful protests, which I'm just going to say it, all of the combating and all of the fighting and all of the terroristic type things that was initiated by the police. I'm not just stating an opinion. If you go back and check the tape, it's all there for you. Now, meanwhile, there was a full-on outright invasion, like something you would see out of a bad 80s movie at the Capitol last week. And even now, with all the people who have been arrested, and yeah, the FBI is identifying people and stuff like that, only over 100 people have been arrested from a full-on invasion of the Capitol versus peaceful protests where people, yes, we're upset, and yes, we're marching in droves. We're not storming the Capitol, right? Right? So it's still only 100 plus arrests, right? Oh,
we know our limitations. We know that if we attempted to storm the Capitol, it would be carnage.
We would have been mowed down. We would have been mowed down the second we pushed over a barrier going towards the Capitol. But no, I'm elaborating even more, right? So 100 plus people have been arrested from the storming of the Capitol, right? How many of those people have been released? Does anybody know?
I think all of them. 40.
More than half.
Yeah, a little over something like that.
It's more than half of them have been released on their own recognizance. Meanwhile, there are still people who are in jail from the Black Lives Matter protests this summer. You storm the Capitol. I'm of a fairer skin tone. I'm walking free. I'm going to go home and I'm going to make up some more hate videos on Parler. Whoops, you don't have that anymore. On some whatever protest or look up some more QAnon conspiracies. I'm fighting for my people to be treated the exact same way. And now I have to sit in jail until I can get out. And I have to post $1 million bail.
Meanwhile, there are people who had like $5,000 bonds. $5,000 bonds.
I said it last week.
Offenses.
Yeah, I said it last week. I said it last week, y'all, and I'm continuing on this week. I normally I can find the jokes, I can find the humor. But there's nothing funny about this to me. There's nothing funny about this. With the voting to impeach this dude, 10 Republicans, only 10 were willing to jump out there. Meanwhile, I have a list of names of actual representatives and congressmen who were complicit in this, who were giving tours, who actually were giving these people instructions and directions.
Mo Brooks, Paul Kazar.
They're giving tours. Lauren Boebert from Colorado is fighting with the security every day because she doesn't want to walk through a metal detector. She studies QAnon conspiracies. If you study QAnon conspiracies, that tells me everything I need to know about you. You are not fit for office. You are not fit to be walking around with any type of power or any type of leeway that all the rest of us have. You are a problem and you need to resign. Josh Hawley, you sir are fucking scum. You are a scumbag. You need to go. You don't have the people's best interest at heart. You have your whatever notion of power that you are trying to collect from this. You need to go. There are numbers of people who are problematic and they are white supremacists. I'm just going to say it flat out. They're white supremacists.
So I think that is the one benefit that we had from one of the benefits that we had from the Capitol, the incident, is that they are now showing us exactly who they are. They've put themselves out there. They thought that all this huge amount of change was going to flood in and make it so that they could just take over. But no, you just expose yourself. In addition to the whole Parler thing, before they had that shut down, I forgot the lady's name, but she had downloaded like 90 terabytes of their posts, and it's all being sent to the FBI. So
no, Trey, hold on real quick. Let me enhance what you're about to say.
Okay.
She didn't just download 90% of what they had posted. She downloaded everything from the website.
Yeah.
Because they had infantile security on their social media site. She got everything onto a hard drive and sent it off.
Oh, also shout out to Jamaica. She said, did anybody hear the girl who switched her Tinder profile? There's the funny. Switching your Tinder profile to conservative and turned every man who matched in. Oh wow.
She would tell them, hey, you're a MAGA guy. Send me some pictures from the Capitol riots. And these dumbasses would send her the pixes right from their phone. She's like, cool. Right off.
I need every
all I'm
single...
gonna say is the power of the PUSSY. That's all I'm gonna
that's
say.
the thing. That's the thing. You don't even have to give up any PUSSY. I just need all the Instagram thoughts.
You just need to know that you're willing to give it up, and here you go. I'll send you whatever you need.
I need you all. I need everybody on Instagram to go ahead. I need all the Instagram thoughts to go ahead and start shooting shots and asking for them pictures so we can catch every last one of these motherfuckers. That's what I need to happen.
But the other part that bothers me is Ali Alexander, who's a person of color, who is the person who organized the Stop the Steal March, or he was the main organizer of the Stop the Steal March, has not been caught yet. He is still in hiding. And he is also snitching. So maybe he feels like he has to do some self-preservation, or maybe he's trying to get out of being hit with federal charges for incitement or whatever. But he still hasn't been caught yet. But he's telling on all of the congresspersons who were helping plan this riot, this march. Anybody have a comment on that?
I don't have anything on that, but I do have two things. So if you guys go ahead.
Talk.
So two things I do want to say. Number one, I don't know if you guys heard about homeboy who came in with the bison head dress or whatever it was. He apparently is locked up right now, and he apparently has not been eating because he needs, I guess, organic foods. You know what? Fuck your stomach. Fuck you and everything you stand for. I hope you starve.
Hold on, Herb.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna help you out. No, I'm helping you out. You're fine. You're fine. I was just gonna say, they gave him his food. They gave him his organic food.
They did.
I'm not laughing because I think it's funny.
The reason why they are doing it is for religious purposes because he claims that he only eats organic foods based off of because of his shaman ties.
I'm shaman, okay? And moving on part. For the last 2 years on this beautiful podcast, I've always kept my job title, anything that I have to do with work, off. One thing guys looked at this past week, it was 24 hours at the Capitol. It was on ABC on Hulu, I believe. Go and check it out. One thing that I've noticed over at the end of the show is that one of the congressmen who is Asian descent, he went on to talk about how he feels like the Capitol is one of the most beautiful buildings in the country, and it really kind of pissed him off that the place was like fucked up beyond repair. And one thing that like I just said, talking about my job, I work for WMATA, Washington Area Transit Authority, Metro, if you will. As a person who cleans trains for a living, this shit hit me to my soul because after seeing people just go ahead, I got stories beyond that I'm not, but going into this, it's just watching how these people don't even get punished for it, and just a very few people got punished. But they went on there and just demolished this place with without getting in trouble at all. And to see these people of color who was the ones who were cleaning it up, that shit hit me to my soul because I do that for a living.
But that's the story of America.
I have people who trash the trains or whatever. I'm not complaining about that. I'm complaining about the fact of the matter that we are the ones who's cleaning this shit up.
But real quick, just to continue on what you're saying, that's America's story, bro. That is we are the spine of this country. We have been and will always forever be. I forgot who has the hash, but I forgot her name. I'm gonna reference it now and I'll plug her merchandise. But she has a clothing line that says, "We built this joint for free. We built this joint for free, and we continue to maintain this joint for free. You won't even treat us equally. And we put more blood, sweat, and tears into the foundation and the growth of this country, and you don't even consider us true Americans."
1/5, 3/5 of the man, I believe.
Yes. So I think we'll get back to the harshness of this, but we do have to shine a light on a real American hero. And I'm going to transition into this hero, but I want to talk about a real life hero for a second. I want to talk about this man who exists. We do a lot of fantasy talk here, but this man, we should be celebrating him. We should be elevating him, and he should be on the front cover of every website and magazine as far as I'm concerned. I'm talking about Eugene Goodman. This man, one man, a black man, to emphasize your point about us being the spine of this country, he risked his life to redirect the terrorists away from the Senate. He was still, even though you treat us like shit and you walk on us, you spit on us, you kill us, you murder us, you slaughter us in the fucking street, one of us, we still do the right fucking thing. And he directed them away. He's the ultimate hero right now, as far as I'm concerned. He's the hero of all this, and he did the right thing. And he was instilling values just like our fucking character of the week. Let's go ahead and put that up.
Without bullets, by the way.
Character of the week.
So, today's Character Week is the powerhouse patriot himself, Captain Steve Rogers, also known as Captain America. Now, Captain America was a product of Joe Simon and the late, great Jack King Kirby. He was part of Timely Comics and Atlas Comics and then became Marvel Comics. Known during the World War II era of comics, probably the Golden Age and the Silver and Bronze Age of comics. He got famous for punching Hitler on the cover back when punching Nazis was cool. Later, as retcon tried to stop a missile and then fell into Antarctica ice and became basically cryogenically frozen until he was awoken by the Avengers and then joined the Avengers. In fact, he wasn't really part of the original Avengers lineup, but he was part of the more popular Avengers lineup. Steve Rogers was a tall but scrawny Brooklyn native who joined the army with failed recruitments, but his resolve caught the eye of one certain general who decided that he would be the perfect subject or test subject for the Project Rebirth, which gave him the super soldier serum. The original scientists who created it did not leave notes or detailed or flawed notes. The thought of his work might get stolen. A Nazi spy tried to get that information out of him and ended up killing him. So the original actual super soldier serum died with that doctor. So the super soldier serum turned Steve Rogers into a scrawny kid into a powerful near perfect human with strength, speed, and agility. Somehow it got him ninjutsu. We don't quite understand that, and geometry and tactical training somehow became part of the super soldier serum. Again, it just happened. No, seriously, how do you just inject like chemicals and you just know things? I already covered Bucky in a previous Character of the Week video, so y'all can check that out later. Now, throughout most of Marvel cross-ups, Captain America has seen as pretty much the leader of the entire Marvel universe. Generally, like, Infinity Wars or big-time crossovers, him and usually Cyclops are usually deemed like the two leaders or co-leaders of most of those team-ups. And of course, thanks to Chris Evans and MCU, the first Avenger is probably one of the more popular Marvel characters in the MCU. And thanks to the MCU, now there's kind of like a resurgence into the popularity of Captain America. Now, there have been several different variations of times where he had super soldier serum, then he lost super soldier serum and became like human, sorta. In the 90s, he had like this weird metal 90s extreme costume. He was also part of the Civil War crossover between him and Tony. That was a big rift in the Marvel Universe. He was subsequently shot, but then turned out that he wasn't shot because comic physics. Interesting enough that the Super Soldier Serum, that project that he was a part of, was actually part of the Weapon Plus project, or that program, which I guess apparently about 8 or 9 subjects later you get Weapon X, which originally thought was for Unknown, but it turned out to be Weapon 10. So if there was no Steve Rogers, there'd be no Wolverine. There's that tie-in. MCU. I'm telling you, you can do this. Armed with a combination of steel, vibranium, maybe a little adamantium alloy, his shield, which used to be triangular, but then it became a circle, discus type weapon, is a trademark signature of Captain America. That and the amazing amount of trigonometry that he knows. I wonder if he can play pool. So one of the key things that both the MCU and Marvel Comics have kept tried and true for Steve Rogers is the fact that they always focus on the man himself, Steve Rogers. The reason why he was chosen for the project Super Soldier Serum is because of what's inside his heart. And quite honestly, I think that's what draws a lot of people to him. From various ideals on left or right, I think people just find the fact that he's unresolved and he stays tried and true to what he believes is right and wrong, which happens to be well respected amongst Marvel Universe, except for Tony. And Tony kind of respects him. So, we salute Captain America, the fastest rising private in the Army. Like, he went from like a malnourished private to captain with the help of steroids. Anyway, back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Petty, for that Character of the Week. We do appreciate it. One more thing I wanted to add about Eugene Goodman. I know we just moved right past the superpower white man to go back to the black man. That's important. I forgot to mention that he is up for the Congressional Medal of Honor.
He is.
He needs to get the Presidential Medal of Honor. He needs to get everything. And that's it. Like, I really need him to shit. I'd love him even more if he had a beard. If he just had a little bit more problems going on. I know, but because it's a liability. Somebody grab your beard and it's over. Then you really got to shoot. But if he just invested a little bit of time in getting his beard together, I know, but we got to start change sometime. He's a perfect person. He's a perfect person to go ahead and broach that. Be like, look, I saved the Congress. Y'all got to let us have beards. And the best way to get beards for all of us, including you, Mitch McConnell, with your turtleneck, you can get some beards too, and hide that gizzard that's under your chin. If you just go ahead and invest in some beard struggle.
The gizzard beard struggle
is the best place to go to get your facial follicles on fleek. Go ahead and hit up blerdsandwhiskey.com. Check out our promotional tab, and you can get 15% off by using the code BLERDS1 and get you some Freya's Bliss. That's the only one I use. It's the only one I know about. But you get your conditioners, you get your heated combs, and everything will be nice and good to go for you. So get 50% off on blerds.com, and then go to the Beard Struggle and use blerdsandwhiskey.com. Sorry, and
you can also apparently hide gizzards with the beard. So go ahead.
Listen. Trey said he was gonna figure it out, and goddamn it, he figured it out.
I usually have a plan.
Because listen, we had no idea we was gonna put that plug in, y'all, but this nigga just worked it out.
Okay, I'm proud of Black officials holding it down for Congress. What about that good old Miss Ashanti Smith, who is actually a security officer? Unfortunately, hey man, when we tell you you can catch these hands, she meant exactly that. It took one punch and her shit was officially split. So shout out to Ashanti Smith, but not only shout out to Ashanti Smith, but I think the honorary petty moment of the week, yes, I just started that, should go to Helena, Helena Duke, the daughter of Teresa, who was the person who was punched and leaking.
The person who caught that fade.
Put her mama out there and was like, oh, I thought I couldn't go to a Black Lives Matter protest because of violence. Is this you? And she circulated the video and pinned it. It's still pinned to this day on her Twitter account.
I love it.
Her mama has decided to disown her because she put her out there. And so Helena has a GoFundMe. Ashanti Smith also has a GoFundMe for legal fees, and just because she lost her job as a result of that punch that was epic. I feel like somebody in boxing need to hurry up and get her signed on so she can get these checks. Because god damn, I ain't never seen nobody leak like that from one punch.
Hold on. Dana White hired the big girl from Hawaii who pass blocked the dude into the next century. Hey, Dana White, since you hiring physical females, we got another one out here that lost her job because now your people was out here causing drama. So come on, Mr. President, and all of your graciousness.
Ashanti requested $85,000 for her legal fees. She lost her job. She lives in DC, and it's really amazing
how angles, by the way. Just to add on, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there are multiple angles of that video that show that Teresa Duke, and there was another woman, a brunette, that was with her who allegedly is a cousin or a relative. They were literally harassing her.
Yeah.
Like she was trying to get away from them. She was trying to move away from them. They were harassing her the entire time. So I just want to point that out. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, yeah. So, but I was going to say it's really a testament that we do have some good people out there. It's not all bad because she requested $85,000. It is now at $220,000. So people have shown up and definitely helped her out. I don't know if that's all going to, I don't know if you can only use that legal, but either way, it's a hell of a come up. And I'm happy.
I mean, but she also doesn't have a job, so that will help her pay her bills as well. So.
Yeah, shit. You know what I do with the $220,000 right now?
This damn house.
Shoot. But yeah,
I don't know what Helena's GoFundMe is at. She requested $150,000. The last time I checked it, I believe she was at around the $70,000 mark. But she's requesting assistance for school because she's studying to be a lawyer. So if you have it, please help Helena as well in her efforts to, higher her education, of course, but also to be a lawyer who's going to speak out against, injustices. So shout out to Ashanti and shout out to Helena.
And also, since members of the GOP said this is all that people on the left keep doing, keep punching fascists, keep punching racists, just keep punching them. Richard Spencer caught his during Trump's inauguration. Let's just make it a thing where we punch a fascist. Let's make it a thing where we punch a racist. Let's make it a thing where we punch a white supremacist. These hands is rated E. These hands is rated E. For every white supremacist can catch one right to the nose.
Let me tell you, so y'all know where I deliver packages at. Y'all know who I was. I work for FedEx. It is what it is. I don't care. I just want to say that the number of Trump flags that I used to see, as compared to now, they've all diminished. Everybody's all smiling and happy and joyous.
About flags?
Uh-oh.
Since we bringing flags out.
We can't see
I got back up. It's Biden.
Biden-Harris flag.
So for those of you that can't see it, she has a Biden flag the size of that big American flag that you see on 95 up there towards 270.
You can't really see it, but
I've just seen a whole bunch of flags disappear, the American flag disappearing, but it's still, I know these houses and I know who you are. I know what you used to have up. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be cordial, but I'm not gonna be your friend. Like they're all, oh, how are you doing today? It's a great day. Like I saw your Trump flag yesterday.
Oh, I have a story.
Bro, stop eating my boots. Why are you eating my boots?
I didn't.
Oh man. So yeah, we're about
pick the dog up. Pick the damn dog up.
Just pick the dog up.
I'm dog sitting this little terrorist. I'm dog sitting him, and he's eating my damn. Adorable. He's eating my damn Nike boots.
Oh no. But anyway.
Okay, well, I have a story, and here's story time. I have a Biden-Harris sticker on my windshield that I've had for months now. Please forgive me for the words I'm about to use after this. I put a bitch 3 days ago trying to snatch my shit off of my shit. I have not shared this story with anyone. When I saw her trying to snatch my sticker off, I was like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? She was like, he's not the president. You don't need to be walking around with this. I punched the bitch in her throat. I got in my car and I left. And that's all I'm going to say. If there's a mysterious woman who got her ass beat by a bitch who drives a gray Altima, it was me. I wish you would. Come see.
We hear
Stafford, Virginia. If you need
stop,
the address,
stop. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you not to be admitting. I need you to not admit to assault on a live broadcast.
No.
Punching racist.
One part that I left out was that she tried to push me when I was trying to get her to stop touching my property. She pushed me. There are 4 witnesses. I'm sorry. There are 4 witnesses who saw the incident take place, and I have their names. So I didn't assault anyone. If anything, she assaulted me. I defended myself.
That's good. Please leave that before you say you punched somebody in the throat and ran off.
All right.
But yeah, so yeah, this has been a really good show.
Very enlightening.
Very enlightening show. So with that,
I'm about to go punch a fascist right now.
Come here, Toby. Blake.
So yeah, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Go in the comment section and tell us what you think on other shows as well. Go ahead, Rick.
plug tonight hurt? No, never mind. Never mind.
No. Yeah. So be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms. Be sure to go on to all of our social media platforms. Like I just said that. Goddamn. Moving on. This has been a great show. I'm glad to have you guys back this weekend as we are. But yeah. So as always, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink. And go.
Help this bitch.
She punched her in the throat.
I did. And I'll do it again. I will do it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blerds and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.